Hey everyone, we're TowawayCouple. I'm Tom the driver.
And I'm Bunny the printing girl.
The printer. So
Actually, I'm not.
no, I do all the printing. So that means you are
I hold it.
You hold it. Okay.
I hold the case on my lap.
So today, obviously, we're talking about printers.
Yes. And you know what? When we first started, it was in our list of what we needed to buy, and we couldn't figure out why.
We had no clue. And so we bought it. Mm-hmm. So we actually bought the Canon TR150, and we'll have a link for that printer in our description here, but we also have a link for that printer on TowawayCouple.com. Just on any page, just scroll down a little bit and you'll see the printer and the case.
Yeah. Now, you know, a lot of people say that you don't need a printer, but do you know how many times it saved our butts?
Right. So yeah, after we got the printer, we went to orientation. They never actually asked once to see the printer. They just asked, did everyone get their printer? And they're like, okay, yep, all right, so good enough to go. But you know what? Half the people didn't get the printer.
Well, you know, because if you hear social media and people are like, I don't have one, I don't carry one, I'll never have one. But you know what? Now with Horizon, and I don't know if they still do. I've heard rumors that they took the kiosks away.
I heard the rumors that they took the kiosk out of all the yards. So It kind of forces you to use. But they were having a lot of issues.
They were having a lot of issues.
Sometimes it was a crapshoot, hit or miss. We'd go, and if you didn't have a printer, you had to drive 20, 30 minutes to another yard to log in to print all your BOL and all your dispatch to go back.
Right.
Well, if you have a printer, you're good to go.
It's so much easier. Now, I will actually be up front. And at one point, we actually forgot our printer at home on a run. I cleaned out the truck and I forgot to put it back in. We get to the yard.
And it wasn't working.
It wasn't working. So thank God I have Holiday Inn and I'm like platinum member or something. So we went to the nearest Holiday Inn and was able to print off of their printer.
Right.
So we were able to get our paperwork that way.
You know, talking to some drivers, they say that they will never have a printer. They just go into some office somewhere and just ask them politely, hey, can you print this? And they say they've never had a problem. And I feel that if you can do it yourself, there's no reason to inconvenience someone else.
Well, that and there's just too much downtime. When you're on the road, you want to just get moving.
Correct. And so the printer that we bought, some people will say, oh my God, it's a little pricey. I think it was about $250, $275. And the case was another $25 or $30. But it's a kind of a hard shell case, but it fits the printer and all the cables and paper perfectly. And it keeps it protected because you're tossing stuff around your truck and you don't want to damage a $300 printer.
Yep. Now, I have heard of people putting like a great big one that you put in the
your
home
house.
computer. They take out their front seat and that's
you
just
can't see it, but that's our home printer, and it does 13 by 19 posters. And
yeah, we're not taking that.
No, it's too big.
Too big, too cumbersome.
The printer that we have is literally that thick. I mean, it's small, then it opens up for the paper, and you can print from your phone, so you can air print. Mm-hmm. So what you do is you set your printer up to do air printing, and then your phone automatically detects it. But I do know that I have to go in and connect to the printer's Wi-Fi to print to the printer, which is no big deal. It just takes me off the internet.
Right. But like I said, it's so much easier. And, you know, when we bought our permits online, and I've asked each different permit company, do I have to print them? And they're like, yes. Because if you get pulled over in a weigh station or you get pulled over from a police officer, they want a hard physical copy of all your permits.
Now, most people, I mean, we stay in hotels, and we've gone down to the lobby and used the hotel computers to print our stuff. Well, we actually created just an email address specifically on Yahoo for transferring stuff, so that way we can go down there. That way, if they snag our login and password, it's not an account that we care about, because we actually delete everything out of there, so it's an empty account anyways. But if you're sleeping in your truck or tied to your truck and you're sitting there getting ready to cross the Arizona border, now you got to go find a place to print and everything. Or Nevada border. Nevada is hardcore. If you don't have it printed, it's a, how much?
$1,500 fine.
$1,500 fine. Even though you paid for it, you have to have it printed. Now, we've been doing this now for 7 or 9 months. July
almost 9
2020,
months.
and it's now going on May 2021. So, wow, 10 months. So anyway, we've been doing it for 10 months. The printer we've used a lot.
We have.
And we're still on the original inks that it came with.
Yeah, well, we're not printing out anything but our paperworks for that.
Right, but I thought, usually when you get the inks with the printer, it's only just a sampling of ink. They want to sell you the printer, but they want you to buy the ink.
Yeah. And also, too, between the fact of it being hot and cold and you never know what the temperatures are going to be like, it's withstood really well.
It's definitely something that we would recommend to everybody. We've also printed other things off of it.
Yeah.
So emails, receipts, toll roads. We printed our toll roads off of it. So there's a lot of things that you could print because some people just shoot a screenshot of their toll roads and then submit that for reimbursement. Because we like to keep all of our paperwork and track everything, we actually print everything. And at the end of the run, once we get the signed BOL and we take pictures of everything, upload everything, we actually staple everything together, including our hotel receipts, fuel receipts, food receipts, any maintenance, oil changes, air filters, whatever we bought during that run, we staple it to it because that is proof that we used it during that run because you're 1099.
Correct. Plus the fact that if you try to screenshot all of your tolls and send it to payroll, a lot of times they can't read it. When they try to blow it up, they can't read it.
Right.
So it's easier if you blow it up to the biggest and then print it there and then snap your picture and send it over.
And then they can blow that up.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, definitely, you definitely want a printer in your truck. You can go without it. It's no big deal either way. And
like I said, though, the one time that we did go out without it is the one time we ran into problems.
And then we had to go out of our way. We're pulling a trailer, and we found the Holiday Inn, and they were nice enough to let us use their computer and printer and everything. But yeah, I mean, why would I want to go spend an hour, 2 hours? I mean, that took us about a half an hour, 45 minutes because we had to find it, drive to it, park with the trailer, go in there, talk to the lady, then go to the computer, print, then anchor, and then go back out and start heading out. It doesn't happen in 2 minutes.
No.
Whatever we do takes an hour.
It does.
We say, it'll take 15 minutes.
No,
It's an hour later. So anyway, definitely check our TowawayCouple.com for links to not only that printer and the hard case, but we have put links up for all kinds of stuff we think would be of interest to a transporter. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter, TowawayCouple. And then also we will have a link for that printer and hard case in the description of this YouTube video.
Absolutely.
We're going to make it as easy as possible for you.
It's simple and easy.
Simple and easy. Because literally, I had to do a lot of researching.
You did. It took you a day or two to find that.
Because there's all kinds of printers, and I wanted the right one. I could have gotten one a little cheaper, but I also looked at the price of inks. So this one here was probably the best bang for the buck, and overall maintenance on it was going to be a lot cheaper.
Well, and plus the fact that, you do get what you paid for. So we knew that the Canon name was a good name.
Correct. So anyway, until next time, I think that's it on printers.
Yes. Super easy.
Super easy. We'll see you down the road.
See you soon.
Bye-bye.